As a tech YouTuber and phone repairer, I'm always getting asked by friends and family whether I can fix their devices. And I usually say yes, but this time I said, well, let's use this as an opportunity to teach you how you can fix your own device. So let me welcome in my friend.
I'm Haley, this is my iPhone SE Gen 2, and it's got a cracked screen, and also the volume up button isn't working, so I'm here to try and fix it.
Besides giving you a new learning experience and figuring out how the insides of your phone work and being able to fix it, it's also going to show, hopefully, some people out there what it's like to go into a phone repair when you have not previously done such a thing. You are quite technologically minded. I mean, you're studying IT and you've also messed around with lots of programming and Arduinos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I try and mess around with tech where I can, but fixing phones is a new thing for me, so it's going to be an interesting experience.
So to fix this iPhone SE second generation, we're of course going to need some replacement parts. For that, I've got a replacement display, some replacement adhesive, and a new volume button flex cable. Along with the parts, we're going to need some tools. Now, you've actually got some iFixit tools yourself. You picked up what? The
Minnow. Yeah,
kit.
the Minnow.
And they're really handy for what? For smaller things to take with you in like a backpack or something like that.
Yeah.
But for a phone, we're going to need something a little bit more technical. So we've got here the iFixit Pro Tech Toolkit. It's in the name. And look at all these bits it's got. We've got little spudges and tweezers and pry tools. So the complete kit for repairing many devices, including phones. So it's going to be perfect for your iPhone SE second gen. So without further ado, I'm going to hand this phone to you, which is your phone anyway, and you're going to give it a go and try and repair it. It's your time to shine.
Let's get these screws out.
In addition to the iFixit toolkit, we're going to use one of their magnetic mats so you can keep track of those screws and hopefully not misplace them, because some of them are different sizes and putting the wrong screw in the wrong spot can damage the phone. So we'll be using one of those as well. We've got a heat mat that we prepared earlier, so it's nice and warm.
So chuck that on. Cool. And so what temperature and like how long should we be leaving this for?
You've got it on the wrong way.
I've got...
You're taking the display off.
Shh.
I got you already on something.
So I see that we've got it set at 80 degrees. So how long about would that take?
It really depends on the phone, the type of adhesive used, but with the iPhones, the older models like the SE, the iPhone 8, iPhone 7, you can usually take maybe 3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
So about there-ish?
Yep.
Sounds like that's it. Oh yeah, I see it's lifting up here. So just gently lifting it really.
Yeah, so
it's the pick that's doing the work.
That's it.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's easier to use the more flat side as you're sliding up rather than the point.
Oh, okay.
Just because there's metal clips, it'll tend to grab onto them.
Yeah, I see it's coming apart. Oh wow. Oh yeah, wow.
I can see right straight away that you've got a red liquid indicator, meaning that it's detected moisture, as well as the display.
It's been full of water at one point.
Oh, there you go.
That's what killed the volume up button. Okay, so looking at some screws, it looks like we're going to need to take out these ones maybe, and these ones to be able to get these ribbon cables off.
So the trick I have to organising parts is that I lay them out.
There.
So yeah, so you can see it's sort of a diagonal.
Yep.
And then you'd remove this top screw and you'd place it here, and this screw over here, and you put it there. And then when you take the bracket off, you'd also sit that either above or below it, so you can visually see how the screws are laid out, and that ensures that you keep track of the screws and they're not going to go in the wrong spot when you put it all back together.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Should be able to just lift this off. There we go. My tweezer work isn't quite as good as yours, Hugh. Oh, now I've lost a screw down next to the battery. Okay.
So now it's time for everyone's favourite tool to come out, which is of course the
spudger?
The spudger,
hey,
that's
the spudger.
It. I think I've said this for years. What is the first thing you disconnect?
The camera? The screen?
No, neither.
The battery.
The battery, that's it.
Of course, the battery.
So the reason we disconnect the battery first is to prevent the possibility of any kind of shorts when we unplug the flex cables.
So battery disconnected, now we can take apart the rest of the ribbon cables?
That's correct.
Or disconnect them? Cool. Any preferences to order?
No, doesn't matter at all.
Cool.
Just whatever's easiest.
So that's the display connector and this one's the camera?
There you go.
Beautiful.
Now there's still one more cable that you've missed.
You sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Oh, here. So we can remove this.
Yep. So we'll continue on with the display, and what we're going to do is transfer the home button across to our new screen.
All right, I get to do an unboxing on camera. This is cool.
I see you've gone straight for the most daunting part of the iPhone repair, which is the irreplaceable home button.
Don't tell me that.
Not only did they make the home button not replaceable, but they also glued it in place.
Oh.
So we have to go back to the heat plate and heat up this lower area of the phone to try and soften the adhesive so we can pry up the button. So the little trick to get the home button out is you use two tools. So usually you either use two spudgers or a pick and a spudger. The cable runs out from the bottom of the screen. So what you can do is you put just light pressure on that.
Yep.
And then you come in with the spudger and you can just unplug it.
Oh, because
here.
there's a cable on top. Oh, I see.
Did you want to try that? Or
Yeah,
just...
I'll give it a shot.
All right.
Hey, there we go. Okay, so I'm guessing preheat it to warm up the glue.
That's it. So we're just going to wait a few minutes.
Yep.
And then we'll start prying.
Prying. Great. Oh, there we go.
Now the alcohol is just going to help weaken the adhesive.
Yep.
Make it a bit easier. Now to remove the button itself, it actually comes through the front.
Okay. And we have a home button.
There you go, out in one piece.
Okay.
The most daunting part is now over.
Wow. So now everything just comes out?
Just the earpiece.
Just the earpiece, okay.
The cable is of course adhered into place.
So would it be the same trick as what we used with the home button?
It will be, yes.
80 degrees isn't as hot as what I thought it would be.
I don't think this is very accurate.
Yeah, okay. I guess it works though.
Yeah, it's basically, I don't read it as 80 and 120, I read it as low
high and low,
high.
yeah. Like so.
There you go.
Okay, picked up it's an iPhone 7. Read.
So what this is going to do is transfer the old serial number and calibration info over to the new screen. And what that's going to do is just basically fool the phone into thinking that the old screen is still attached. And this works on the older model of iPhones, but not so much with the new ones. And this means that you'll retain the True Tone function, which is just a screen color shifting function. So now you've plugged in the next screen, it's come up with the information from it. Because it's a refurbished display, it's obviously got old information on it. So we're going to override that by using the writing function. So now that new screen is ready for the components to go back on.
So I see a couple of things here. There's this yellow piece, and I'm guessing we also have to take off the blue because that's what's covering the glue, yeah?
Yeah, so that's just protecting the new adhesive.
Yep.
And that I think is really just for transit.
Transit?
You
okay.
can get rid of that straight away.
Let's take off this adhesive. I think that's done properly.
Yeah, that looks good.
I've got to put fingerprints all over it, but
Oh, that doesn't matter.
the bracket's got this screw here. That's what I'm missing. Yeah. So it's...
So you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing now. Yep.
All right.
That one's just spinning.
Is that the small one? That's the small one, that's why. 'Cause that's supposed to go in there.
In here?
Yeah, that one.
There.
Yep.
Isn't that from...
It just holds
No,
the
that's
mesh.
associated with the bracket.
No, that square piece,
Yeah.
that goes over the camera.
Oh, it's the other way around. Okay.
So you're sort of getting a feel for just how many screws there are in the iPhone to try and keep track of.
For sure. So this goes in here. There we go. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, yep.
So home button time.
Yeah, home button. All right. There's no glue there.
No, so we don't actually apply any new glue because honestly the screws are enough to hold it down.
Yeah, okay.
And you put it
It's
in
the wrong way around. Oh,
I'd
take it back out?
yeah. If you try and spin it, it's stuck to the plastic. You
Gotcha.
may just tear the cable straight off.
And then this just pushes over on top, right?
Yep.
So now it's this bracket. When I'm screwing things in, I just back turn them a little bit until it clicks. There we go. That way the threads can properly find themselves and you're not going to cross thread your screws. This is especially important for self-tapping screws because otherwise they will just cross thread themselves and you'll end up with no screw left.
Yeah, that is definitely something I do myself, but something I haven't even thought of mentioning. So definitely a good tip.
So yeah, that's the screen done. I guess next up is the volume button. So back to the phone.
The cable itself houses a lot more than just the volume buttons. So we've got the mute switch, we've got the power button, we've got the flash and the microphone. And to get at all of that, we have to remove the battery, the logic board, the cameras, some of the antennas up here. And then to get the battery out, we also take the Taptic engine out as well. So quite a lot to come out just for one cable, but we'll see how we go.
Beautiful. All right. It's these two tabs here, right?
That's them.
Come on.
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Compared to previous generations, the adhesive that they use is much stronger. So when you remove it, there's less chance that it will actually break. Early on in the 5S and iPhone 6, it was really easy to snap that adhesive.
Well, this is going to be a difficult one. Here we go. Like that. Cool.
And you're back to the pick.
It works.
Oh, that was a forceful disconnect of that cable.
That was. Oh no.
This is why your pick is a bit dangerous, I think.
I think I just struggle to get under it though. That's the only thing.
It's not too complicated. It's just dealing with the screws.
Oh no.
Oh, did you drop it?
Yes. I think it might be on the floor.
Yeah, good luck. Let's try and find a mini screw. This one looks all right.
Looks all right. You're all right. Sure.
Well, it's Phillips and it's small, so that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That'll do. You got to get that hidden screw.
Yeah. All right. I'll have a search for this hidden screw. See if I can find it. I know you
I
know where it
wouldn't
is.
poke at it with the screwdriver. Poke at it with the spudger.
That's a very, very good point. That's so annoying. It's like they could just not have that bit of foam there.
Yep, but they just hid that screw on you.
Beautiful. And we have the logic board. So
now we almost have access to the cable we need.
almost.
Almost.
Wow. Okay. The organization's getting worse and worse. I'm slightly worried about putting it back together. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
You know, you can actually write on that, right? And
Yeah.
I could. If you want to do any of that, I can.
It's a bit late now.
Okay.
There we go. So, never worked under a microscope before, so this is going to be interesting.
We can see all that dirt in there.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting, isn't it?
It's a bit. You may need to bend the pins up a little bit, or the
Okay.
tabs, just to sort of make it easier for you to get in.
I'll see if I can align it first.
It's very fiddly, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's one, and I think I got the other one. Not quite.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
See, and you can see it move.
All right, now the whole thing in reverse.
You know what would be a really good idea is if they color-coded the screws, so like for each size.
That would be amazing, but do you think Apple would do that?
Probably not.
Where'd that one screw come from again? That's the only one I'm not sure of. I'm sure we'll come across it.
I know.
There'll be one screw hole left.
You need to use that screw right now.
I need to use it right now.
Yep.
Okay. Need to work. So
Comes from around the same area as that antenna.
these two screws come from that bracket. That's a standoff. No point screwing into that. Is this the NFC antenna here?
I don't believe that's NFC, but it is where it goes, yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I guess that's where labeling the screws would probably help.
You might be putting too much pressure on the screw when
Yeah.
you try to start it off, because they're so small. It's just really light pressure.
There we go. I guess what I'm learning today is I don't have a very steady hand.
And I only have one adhesive, so don't screw this up.
Camera, oh, the phone's the other. Now I'll attach these cables.
You've done an excellent job at keeping all the screws organized and remembering where pretty much everything goes. I mean, there's been very few things you've had to ask me. With everything plugged in and the adhesive installed and the protective film removed, it's time for that front display to be pressed down into place.
All right, and these are the fancy screws, aren't they? These are like the pentalobes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go over the top, so your microphone, your earpiece and your home button line up.
Yep.
All right, then just let one side down.
Aw.
Oh, I said one side, not both sides. And we're done.
And we're done.
That's my famous line.
Yep.
So there we have it, an iPhone SE repaired. How did you go?
It was actually quite a challenge, if I'm being honest. It was fun though. Lots of screws and lots of little fiddly bits, but I'm really happy with the result.
Too many screws, hey? Unfortunately, the volume up button still doesn't work, so I assume that is some form of board level issue that's come as a result of the water damage. But we gave it a go, we tried to replace the component and that didn't work, so probably some IFC chip or something somewhere. But at least you've got a working screen and
a new screen protector to go with
a new
it.
screen protector. So you're all set, and I'd like to thank you for coming on and actually giving it a go and letting everyone see what it's like to fix a phone when you haven't fixed one before, and to share that experience.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
And on that note, this has been a Hugh Jeffries video. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing and check out the phone restoration playlist for more videos just like this one. And if you're looking for any used devices, be sure to check out my online store, link for which is down in the description. That's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.